Hi and welcome back to our page. I've got a question for you. Is administering medication a regulated activity? This question causes more confusion in the care sector than almost everything else. And I'll be honest with you, even some experienced providers get this wrong. Some inspectors have given inconsistent answers on this. There are people who've been told one thing by CQC and something completely different by a separate colleague. So today, I'm going to go through the actual legislation word for word, and if I have to, try and give you the definitive answer. Because this isn't a matter of opinion, the law is clear. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where you stand. Let me give you the short answer first, and then I'll explain. Technically, no. Administering medication is not, by itself, a regulated activity. It's not listed as a standalone regulated activity under Schedule 1 of the Health and Social Care Act. However, and this is a big but, the way medication is managed within your service is absolutely inspected and regulated by CQC when it forms part of a regulated activity that you're registered for, most commonly personal care. So the short answer is no, but the practical reality is more nuanced than that. Let me explain. Right, let's start with the definition of personal care, because this is where confusion begins. Regulation 2 of the Health and Social Care Act of 2008, Regulated Activities Regulation 2014, defines personal care. It's the interpretation section, and it sets out exactly what personal care means in law. Personal care means physical assistance given to a person in connection with eating, drinking, including nutrition, toileting, washing or bathing, dressing, oral care, and the care of skin, hair, and nails. It also includes prompting and supervision of a person performing those activities where that person cannot make the decision to do them without that promotion and supervision. Now, here's the critical part. The same Regulation 2 explicitly states that personal care does not include the administration of medication. Those are the actual words in the legislation. It does not include the administration of medication. So medication administration is deliberately excluded from the legal definition of personal care. That means if your service only provides medication support, whether that's administering, prompting, or supervising medication, and you do not provide any of the activities listed as personal care, you don't need to register with CQC for the regulated activity of personal care. The regulated activities listed in Schedule 1 include things like personal care, treatment of disease, disorder, or injury, accommodation for persons who require nursing, or personal care in others. Medication administration isn't listed as its own regulated activity anywhere in that schedule. Now, in practice, most domiciliary care providers are registered for personal care, and most of the people they support need both personal care and medication support. So, in the real world, medication management is inspected as part of your regulated activity. When CQC comes to inspect your service and you're registered for personal care, they will look at how you manage medicines under Regulation 12, Safe Care and Treatment, and Regulation 17, Good Governance. They will check your medication policies, your MAR charts, your staff training and competency, your incident reporting when errors occur, and your audit processes for medicines management. Even though medication administration itself is not a regulated activity, it is one of the highest risk areas within regulated care. CQC scrutinises it heavily because medication errors can cause serious harm. That's why inspectors focus so much on your risk assessments, your care planning around medicines, and your staff competency records. Also look at your governance systems for picking up and learning from medication errors. In fact, medication management is one of the most common areas where providers get breach notices. Not because it's a regulated activity on its own, but because poor medication management represents a failure under Regulation 12. Now let me address the scenario that really confuses people. What if you have a client who does not need any personal care at all? They can wash, dress, and toilet themselves independently, but they need someone to come in and administer their medication. Do you need to be registered with CQC? Based on legislation, it's a no. If you're only administering medication and not providing personal care as defined in Regulation 2, that activity alone does not require CQC registration under the personal care regulated activity. However, and I want to be really clear about this, you need to think carefully about what you're actually doing. If you're going into someone's home and during that visit you're also helping them on any aspect of eating, drinking, toileting, washing, dressing, or oral care, even in a minor way, then you're providing personal care and you need to be registered. Here's another important point. If you're registered for personal care because of your other clients and one of your clients only receives medication support, CQC may still look at that client's care as part of their inspection. The sensible approach, and this is what I always advise, is to treat all medication administration within your service with the same rigor, whether the client receives personal care or not. Policies, your training, your MAR charts, your audits should cover everybody. There is another element to this that I do want us to address quickly, because I've seen it come up many times. If you support people with learning disabilities and your registration doesn't include that service user band, can you still administer their medication? The answer depends on why you're supporting them. Your CQC registration specifies which service user bands you're approved to support. If someone's primary reason for needing care is their learning disability and you don't have that band on your registration, you should not be providing any regulated activity to that person, including personal care or any medication support that sits alongside personal care. Because this is not about the medication specifically, it's about whether you're registered to support that individual at all. If their primary need falls within a band that you're not registered for, the whole package of care is outside your scope. And that's a registration issue, not a medication issue. This is a topic that sparks serious debate in the care sector, and I know people have strong views on it. So I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, did you know that medication administration was excluded from the definition of personal care? Has this changed how you think about your registration? And have you had a different answer from CQC? I think this is one of the areas where the sector needs more clarity. And the more we talk about it openly, the better it is for everybody. If you want help reviewing your medicines management policies, your march-up processes, or your overall CQC compliance, that's what we do here at CareSync Experts. So make sure to get in touch. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and share. And we'll catch you in the next one.